Hey, what's driving 5 hours for some delicious chocolate milk? Not much to me, just it just means it's Wednesday. I'm getting sick of seeing cornfields though. I mean, we'll say Illinois, you know, it's necessary, but boy, I get it. Okay, so I'm at the Milkhouse, Rolling Lawns Farm Milkhouse in Greenville, Illinois, kind of southern Illinois, not too far from St. Louis metro area. So what is the Milkhouse? The Milkhouse is, I guess, an event center. It's a place where they sell their dairy products, including but not limited to their chocolate milk. They also got strawberry in terms of flavors, and they got eggnog too this time of year. They've got a really cool eye for detail. The parts that they finished are really gorgeous, and the aesthetic is brilliant. It looks like they're bottling the eggnog right now. Did pick some of that up. There's only one other one left, so really looking forward to trying that. They're building out, I think, soon to be a little ice cream shop to get into ice cream as well. I just spent some time in there speaking with Michael, the owner, who, I mean, you won't find better folks in there, Michael and Tammy. Michael's got a really cool vision for what this place is going to be and what it currently is. It's a relatively new spot. They're going to be holding events in there. They've got one tonight, I believe. So the classiness of the space inside and the products they have are very congruent with the label, which you'll notice is a gorgeous looking label. I'll put a close-up shot on there. Kind of reminds me of maybe Rivendell Farms in Bulger, PA, and also maybe Woodruff Farm Dairy from Urbana, Ohio, in terms of having like a very classy, mature, adult-looking label, where it really takes this product seriously. And Rolling Lawns Farm, they're all about the care of the animals. And the farm is about 7 miles away from this location. I believe they do tours and stuff like that, where you can really see how well cared for the animals are. I believe they've got 120 cows, so it's a pretty small operation, and it's kind of an upstart, but they've got a really strong vision for it. Really cool ideas coming down the pipe for Rolling Lawns Farm, and he's got a really strong idea of the brand identity, and I think people are starting to notice, certainly in the St. Louis area, their products is among the top chefs, and some of the more upscale grocery stores and meat shops are carrying the product and getting really good feedback from it. So let's give this stuff a try. Moment of truth, how is it? Oh, interesting. I really like the mouthfeel of it. I prefer like a thinner, even when it's full fat. I prefer a thinner chocolate milk that disperses very nicely, and this definitely does that. It doesn't cling. It knows exactly where to go, and you're gonna want more. Wow, from a taste standpoint, it's not like a dark chocolate, like a strong, earthy, dark chocolate taste. It's more of a, for me, I get more of a malty hit from it, and a nice light sweetness that complements the flavor well. It's super drinkable. Again, just got this right out of the cooler, so it's nice and cold. It feels very good going down. The cocoa profile for my taste is more of a sweet maltiness, neither of which is overpowering, which is a nice thing. Especially being oversweet is a mistake in chocolate milk, for my opinion. It's used so much as a crutch, I think, to cover up other flavors or a lack of flavor. But in this case, it feels just as classy as it looks, and it goes down really smooth, and I enjoy it very much. Can't stay here forever, unfortunately. It would be a cool place to spend time. I can't say enough about the folks that I met here at Rolling Lawns Farm, doing a tremendous job, and I think doing a service to the dairy industry. Really, what they're giving you is a deeper connection to your food, which I think people want these days. We've so much lost that connection, especially with stuff like milk, where it's been so commoditized and you get used to paying $3 or something for a gallon of milk, where there's a value in knowing where it came from, just being able to see where it came from and feel good about where it came from. Rolling Lawns Farm really has a vision for that, and it comes through in their products. And this is, I'm excited to see what happens going forward here in Greenville. That's always the question. So we got house guests here in Chicago. It's snowing outside, and one of the things we do is subject them against their will at times to do the chocolate milk taste test. Blind taste test. Got 7 different chocolate milks, all purchased here. A few of them are local, but generally we got some national brands. I'm just curious to see what people think. I know what I think, but hear what others have to say about how things look, you know, the appeal of the packaging, and certainly the flavor and how this stuff ranks. So we'll cut to that. Yeah.
this on YouTube. Send help. We're lactose intolerant, please. We can't handle this. No, just joking. Okay, so I had 7 chocolate milks here. I ranked them by the way that they looked, the way that they smelled, and the way that they tasted. Here's the big surprise. D23, whatever that was. It was visually my number 1. I like the bubbles on top. They're still there. It's been 15 minutes. It did not make the fragrance. I didn't feel that it had a fragrance that attracted me. But when I drank it, I liked it, and it became my number 1 for flavor. So whatever D23 is. My second was X70. Visually, it was in the top 3. I liked the way that it looked. Fragrance-wise, it was number 1. I liked the way that it smelled. And as far as flavor goes, it made the top 3. It was number 3 and I liked it. I wrote it was rich, flavorful. I felt the texture was a little bit buttermilky, which not my cup of tea. I could see that it could be, but it isn't at this point in my life. And then number 3 for flavor was C52. It did not make the visual and it did not make the fragrance. Neither of those two things attracted me, but when I drank it, I felt that it was a little bit malty, it had a malty flavor, it had chocolate undertones, and it wasn't too thick, which is why as a drinking chocolate, I liked it. Q85, I felt it was thin and slightly weak. It didn't offend me, I just didn't like it that much. And this one, G11, which weirdly enough, visually I liked it, fragrance-wise I liked it. I said that it was rich and chocolatey and a bit buttermilky, but the more I drank it, the less I liked it. M96, what did I write about M96? I thought it was watery and not too flavorful. It reminds me of Yoo-Hoo, which I drank when I was a kid, but it's not something that I'm going to be drinking now.
Do you have an overall least favorite or not overall or not necessarily?
Probably V38, whatever that is. V38. It tasted like melted pudding. Wasn't anything that I would seek out.
The one that was the lightest in color and most bubbly, this is my number 1. I felt it had I put more traditional taste because it reminded me of what I drank as a kid. Mm-hmm. So I kind of liked that. I thought it had a better balance between milk and chocolate, and I liked that it tasted lighter. It didn't taste heavy. Like the L55 was just heavy in every flavor. This had a more, I'm not overdosing on lactose here. So yeah, that's good. I liked this one the best. Because R71 was thinner. It seemed like it had less milk, less chocolate as well. And it also had this lighter taste, which I liked. So yeah, mine was kind of the top 3. This one also less milky, less chocolatey, but not as good as these two. And then the difficult part of the taste test was ranking the ones I didn't like because I didn't really like these. Yep. It started off creamy and it did have an interesting chocolate undertone. Like I tasted the milk first and then the chocolate came in afterwards. And that was kind of interesting, but still much too thick. This reminds me of the chocolate milk I drank in elementary school, the little milk cartons that you have to open up, and they have the little, sometimes they'll have cartoons or something on the side, just more bubbly, but yeah, totally too thick, too chocolate. I'm like, I can't believe I drank this in elementary school. What was I thinking?
Well, you didn't have a choice.
I didn't have a choice either.
Kind of like chocolate. Right now.
This one was chalky, and I'm really curious what this one ends up being because it was too creamy, but I thought it was powdered chocolate. So I was just like, and it had a very flat surface. There were no bubbles at the beginning. And why did I think this one would be that one, it was just bad. Too much of everything and really thick. It had the best color though, that's the thing. I don't know, it had the best, oh, look at this. Oh, I think okay.
Might crack open that eggnog here even before I get back on 70. Maybe before I get back in the car.